Hello everyone and welcome to XM Live here in the advanced room. It's time for trade of the week. My name is Gil. I'm here with Stan. Stan, how are you doing?
Hey Gil, very good to see you. It's been a pretty dynamic and volatile week. Luckily for me, have been part of that. And how have you been doing?
I didn't do a lot. I actually didn't trade this week, I think, except today. But many open trades. There is almost no trade went into the stop loss. So it's a very good week, I would say.
Nice.
Before I just checked, I have a session where I have a trading account. I trade this only on Thursdays. Only on Thursdays.
Oh
And I
yeah?
show every single trade.
Right.
1 hour. And with this account, we are 30% up for the year.
Oh,
Um,
beautiful.
which is
Congrats.
good, we traded 1 hour per week and that's it.
30%, you beat the S&P 500 even 3 times, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's very happy with this.
Right? Nice. Congrats.
Yeah, runs really, really nice. And we have beautiful trends. This is really a good environment for traders, I believe, to be. Again, it's quite volatile, and probably if you have tight stops, that can be dangerous. But other than that, it's a good environment.
I will have to agree also for intraday and scalping. There is pretty much volatility on everything. So
Hmm.
So yeah, I see all systems working pretty good. For me, just one of my uh, systems is oh, a little bit lagging. Let's put it like this. One of the expert advisors. Uh, but it's anyway not too fine tuned for, let's say, for the big money. Yeah, so it's a little bit less exposure there. You know what I catch? I catch oil from the top.
Why?
I shorted oil from the top. False
Ah,
breakout, up thrust. That was,
amazing.
yeah. That's a good like 11% from the entry down.
Wow, beautiful.
Yep.
Um,
Actually, you said that it's coming.
yes, I said
Uh,
it will be not a long war. It was quite
right,
clear. So it's a 12-day war it was.
right. So far,
Oh, I think that's it.
for now, for this year, or
I think this is it for probably a longer period of time, I think.
yeah,
Yes. Uh, yeah, I don't want to get political, but I think,
right,
the strategy of Iran didn't work. I think they will totally new orient themselves. Um, this was built a strategy on 20 years, building strategy on how they will defend and attack, and it was just everything demolished in a very short period of time. So,
right.
so I think, you know, they will reorientate. And so I believe we will see huge changes in the Middle East now. I think there will be peace with many countries. And again, this is very bullish for the markets. Very bullish for markets, I am. And not
Uh,
only for markets, for many other things also.
Right. Yeah. I will have to agree. I think
Yeah.
that we're in a very serious risk on. So also we got some good indication from Federal Reserve members that we might have to signal that in September we start cutting rates. Also Powell
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yes. I think we talked about this already last week, that it seemed like that the decision last week was a decision just to show like we decide what we do, and it's not
Right.
Trump.
Right.
But if you look at the data, they have to cut rates, right?
Right. Yeah.
And so this is probably what we're going to see. So we had a weak dollar, and this is what I said already also, and I continue to believe that we had already a weak dollar with the Fed being the most hawkish of all central banks. Now it will become the most dovish, and that means an acceleration of dollar weakness.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. This will absolutely obliterate the US dollar. And I believe that the trends are, we got some pullback during the 12-day war, if we could call it like this. We got some pullback, and I think that's the bottom for the actually that's the top for the dollar trend. Maybe we
Mhm.
open Australian dollar or euro, whichever you pick. I'm not
Actually,
too
the
sure
Australian
of the
dollar is the
Japanese.
only one I'm not bullish.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't see there any signals from my end. So the yen, I'm also not bullish. I'm not bullish on yen, and I'm not
for yen
bullish
I
on,
agree. Yeah, for the yen I'm
and
there with you.
also Australian dollar, I don't see anything. Interesting. I don't know exactly why. By the way, I just want to mention also we have viewers today from YouTube. So if you're watching us from YouTube, welcome. XM Live is a service where we stream on 3 different channels, 8 hours every single day, and everything for free. You have here 12 experts that show their trading account transparently, show how they manage risks, how we open positions. We talk about markets, and you are invited to join us again for free. Use the link that you have below the YouTube there in the text, and join us. No, that's just for our viewers from YouTube.
Right.
We have also here in the room, we have Pieter is here. Nice to see you. If you have any questions about markets, let us know. By the way, I I had a very good week, except my trade of the week. Which is so typical, except my trade of
Because you're forced to do it at the day and at the time. Yeah.
not only if you remember, I used US dollar South African rand. And you see here, I went long actually. I thought that this is the wedge and we will break out and we will go a little bit higher. And the idea was also because all my other trades are short US dollar. So I thought I could here hedge a little bit. We were also a week ago still in the middle of the war. Still, there was like not clear will the US
Uncertainty.
enter,
Yeah.
not
Yep.
enter, and I thought it will go a little bit higher and I have another week to make money, but things turned out too fast. So here it's a losing trade, but all other trades that I have, for example, New Zealand dollar, US dollar long, but many others, US dollar Mexican peso, which was also a trade of the week a few weeks ago, they are all short US dollar. So this one trade, exactly the trade of the week, is in minus.
Well, that's why maybe a synthetic trade would have been better, yeah? With the Mexican peso and the rand.
And South African rand, that would be
Yeah.
definitely better. I agree. I agree. But for today, again, today we are back to business as usual. The dollar will fall. I can go long almost whatever I want. So I have a couple of ideas here.
All right, just bring them on.
So maybe I start um, with actually euro yen, maybe not the dollar involved, but euro looks very bullish in the COT report. Yen doesn't look. And where I have it, euro yen, we finished our bottom formation. We broke out. It's maybe a little bit late, but because it's the trade of the week, I can put my stop loss, let's say here.
Oof.
Maybe
But
this
you
is
don't
too
have,
far. No, this is
yeah,
weekly. So let's,
that's not a good risk to reward, at
no,
least for me. Yeah.
yeah. So let's check here. No, so yeah, so let's put it here even. And I think this will continue to go up. It's a little bit late. It's okay, but the momentum, I think, is very strong. Again, with the yen, I'm not bullish at all anymore. I was super bullish in April because I thought that the Bank of Japan will be hawkish, and now we see the opposite. Not only that there will be not further hiking, they're also dovish on the long-term thing. So I really hear Euro yen. I think it will continue to go up, and so
I have
yeah.
position also on a pound Japanese yen, euro Japanese yen, and also Swiss franc Japanese yen. I absolutely love that one.
Yeah,
Swiss
so
versus
Swiss,
the
I
yeah,
saw this trade. I had this in the other account that I trade only once every week. I had really here a position, and I mean, this went up so strongly. This is normally a currency pair that is not very volatile because it's safe haven against safe haven, but here it's really amazing.
but it, when you say that, it makes sense. But if you open the chart on monthly, it doesn't.
Yes,
Yeah,
on weekly even. Yeah, we are
on
having a huge
even on
uptrend.
with whatever time frame you open that,
Yes.
it's just this is most likely since year 2000 the biggest gainer from the majors.
I don't know since 2000 because I know in the tens, like between I was trading this often here in this area, we didn't had like this was quite yeah ranging. But I think even today we don't have a lot of pips that it's moving every single day. It's going in one direction slowly, but it doesn't have like huge pip moves normally. But just in the last couple of days, I mean, this went up. Look, like this is crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, uh, Switzerland is in very good position.
Yes, they are. They are. So I will open here a trade. Let me just calculate this. Ah, no, this is 290 pips. It's too far. Even here in the 4 hour. Even to put it below the previous week low. So let's put it even tighter. I don't like to put 300 pips away as stop loss. Could it go back here? Yeah, it could. Okay, let's put it here. Let's see how much it is. It's 160 pips. So unbelievable.
Yeah, it's not too much. Not too much.
Multiply with the exchange rate of, no, US dollar yen. I need actually the exchange rate. My account here is in US dollar. 144. Okay, this is the position size. 100 multiplied by 144 divided by 1600, 0.09. Nine. Trade of the week. 1, 26.6. Buy. Stop loss here. And we have our 100 euro.
All right.
Dollar. That's the first trade. The second trade.
Oh, all right. I like that.
You, US dollar Norwegian krone. Didn't trade Norwegian krone for a long time. But we made here a nice double top. I think we come now also here down again. So this is probably also quite, this is 4 hour chart. So let's check here. We are talking about 17,000 pips. So we are having here 17,000, not pips, ticks, actually, 100 multiplied by the exchange rate, which is 10.09. And that gives me the position size. 100 multiplied by 10.09 divided by 17,000, 0.06. New order, 0.06. Trade of the week 2.